Hey everybody, it's been forever since I've done this, so I was in the middle of getting ready to do this because I don't have a cameraman, so bear with me. But I'm gonna make homemade Salisbury steak with some egg noodles. I usually would use my badass buttermilk garlic mashed potatoes, but Sue can't have potatoes right now, so we're gonna use egg noodles. You know, these guys. So, to make your Salisbury steak, I already kind of started. You want a lean ground beef. You don't want to buy like the cheap stuff. You want to kind of step it up and get the lean, not just ground chuck or whatever. It don't have to be super lean, but lean is better. You don't want all that hamburger grease in your pan because you want to use some of those drippings, but you don't want all that going on. So I got some lean ground beef. And what I did was, I took about, well, I got about 2 pounds here. See, I already separated it and mixed it. So I took this ground beef, I put about half a cup of breadcrumbs in there. If you got Italian style breadcrumbs, that'd be even better, or some kind of flavored breadcrumbs, or just regular, or planko, it don't matter. Put some breadcrumbs in there, and what else did I do? A couple eggs. A couple spoons of ketchup, a spoon of some Dijon mustard, and I used a packet of beefy onion soup mix. Do that in there. I'm trying to think, because you know I just dump shit together. I don't even know what I put in here. Some salt and pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder, and some Italian seasoning. And I mixed it all together real good, and then I separated it into these little balls. And so now what I'm going to do is, I got my pan over here heating up, which I'll show you in a bit, and just going to pack these out like into little burgers, basically. And these are going to be your Salisbury steaks. So you don't want them too thick, like a hamburger. You want them thin. Like, I don't know, like a skinny burger, like if you went to like Mott's or some shit, you know, one of those little greasy burger joints. Get out of here! My dog is tripping. She's like, I like mine medium rare. Go away. Alright, so yeah, you're just kind of like, you're gonna pat them out like that. Let me get all these patted out and rearrange my camera so then I can show you the cooking process. Because you're going to need to know that and stuff, and I don't want to touch my camera with meat fingers. So, hold on a second. Okay, so I'm back. I patted out my burgers. So now what we're going to do is heat a big skillet with a little bit of oil. I don't know, about a tablespoon or so of oil, and at a medium-high heat. Get your little oil going. I'm about to show you my pot. Hold up. Can you see? I hope so. Ah. Wait. There. Are you there? Kind of. That will work. Okay, so there's my pot. I think it's hot. Smells like it's hot. So then you take your little patties, like so. What you want to do is you ain't got to cook them all the way through. You just want a nice little crisp on them on both sides. And we're going to take them off and put them back in after I show you how to make the gravy. I could fit one more. See, it's not even sizzling, so my oil wasn't hot. God damn it. Turn that bitch up. See, I'm trying to do too many things all by myself. Anywho's. Hi. I'm back. Wait, where are you? I'm back. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna burn those. Well, not burn them, but you know, make them crispy on each side. and I'll show you when I flip them what they're supposed to look like, and then I'll finish these up, and then when I'm getting ready to do the gravy part, we'll come back. But it's pretty simple. It's just like some flour and beef broth and some Worcestershire sauce and some shit and some seasonings, and there's your homemade Salisbury steak. You don't have to eat that frozen shit you get at the store anymore, because that frozen shit is shit. You can make your own. And then this way you can put whatever seasonings or whatever you want in it. I mean, however you like it. Play with it. Tweak it a little bit. You can make it a little spicy. Put some cayenne in there if you want. It's up to you. You know me with my damn garlic, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm always gonna use the garlic in everything I make. So that's just how it rolls. It's sizzling finally. Yay! So I can show you the frying pan again. It's hot in this kitchen, man. So there's my frying pan. This is hard to do by myself. Anywho, Sue's still at work. So I'm all alone. And I wanted to get this done. That pan's hot too. I need a towel. I just bought this pan. I didn't realize these little handles were gonna get hot like that. Yeah, we'll make a little brown gravy with some mushrooms and some onions in it, and it'll be the bomb diggities. You'll see. You might have to adjust your heat to your stove. If it browns too fast, you know, like it's trying to burn it, and turn it down a little bit, but you want a nice little crust on it. So, this shit's pretty boring, isn't it? Anyways, see, you see how it's looking? Not ready yet. But you see how skinny my patties are? Because you know how a hamburger is. I don't give a shit what kind of hamburger you get. It's gonna shrink up. So we wanted to make them kind of big and flat, so they'll shrink up, and then they get thicker anyway. So there you go. So I'm gonna turn this bitch up a little bit because it ain't doing what I want it to do fast enough. Yeah, and then I'll make my little noodles with it, and then I figured, I don't know, maybe some peas, and it'd be a good dinner, good home dinner. You know what I'm saying? Now it looks like it's trying to do something. Can you see the edges getting brown and stuff? That's, you know, it's doing something. Everybody kept bugging me, Lee, when you gonna make your next video? And I'm like, I just had so much stuff going on. And then I gotta have a camera guy. Let me see. I don't think she's ready yet. No, they're close. They're getting brown. But we want them browner. We want to pretend they've been to the islands and shit. There we go. Yeah, and there's a little bit of oil and the hamburger drippings that is going to be left in here. We're going to use that to make our gravy also. That's why I said you don't want all that grease, because then you just have greasy gravy, which would be like country gravy, but that ain't what we're trying to achieve here today. Most people, they'll make the gravy and they'll use like a cream soup or heavy cream or whatever. Again, I'm showing you lower calorie, easy way to do this and still get the same effect. Just because you like food and like to cook doesn't mean you have to cook and make all that fattening shit and give yourself a heart attack. There's better ways to do shit. I plan on being around in this world for a while, so I gotta learn how to cook better. I gotta annoy people yet. I ain't done annoying people yet. Ah, son of a bitch. There. Alright. I think we're getting there. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe even a little bit browner. I'm gonna let the other ones hang out a bit longer. But you want it to look like that on both sides. And you cook up all your little patties. And when they cook up, and then put them aside on a plate until they're all cooked up. And then that's when we make our gravy. So, I'm gonna finish doing this because I know this shit is boring staring at my pot. And we'll get back to you. Alright. Hey, I'm back. Guess what? I got my camera guy back.
Hi, everybody.
There's better. Alright, so I made the burgers, or the steaks. My fault. That's how they're supposed to look when they come out. They're not cooked all the way through. They're kind of still a little raw. That's okay. Now we got some, all that garbage that's still in there. We're using that. We're gonna heat this up, and we're gonna throw a bunch of butter in there. Since we got like 2 pounds of meat, I'm guessing that's how much butter I need.
Which is what, a stick?
No, it's like a half a stick.
Oh, okay.
So, we'll melt that down. And then when it gets melted down, I'm gonna make sure I got this kind of not too high, like a medium. But we want to melt it down and get all that crud off the bottom, and then we're gonna put our flour in there. So, yeah, this is where the gravy happens. It's gonna be amazing. I'll tell you what. I hope. I always get my ratios off on stuff, so I may have to adjust even during this video. I don't know. You may have to adjust it when you try this at home. I'm just giving you a roundabout way how to do it. Figure it out. You want to cook, trial and error. That's what cooking is all about. So, yeah. I have a stick of butter melting down. Doing its thing, doing its thing. I want to make sure it's completely melted before I add my flour, because when I add my flour, what I want to do is like make this sticky glue and kind of cook the flour before I add my stock, my beef stock. So that's what we're gonna do. So cheers to that. Making this gravy, like I said, you can do however you want. You don't even have to do the flour and shit. Like I said, you can cheat. Get a couple cans of cream of mushroom soup and a bottle of that kitchen bouquet. This shit. Because I do that sometimes when I'm in a rush. Buy a bottle of this shit. Damn. Are you close enough?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it so they can read it.
Anyways, buy a bottle of that shit, get a can or two of cream of mushroom soup or whatever, and put it, I don't know, about a teaspoon or so in there. It's for coloring, and it's a salty flavor, so you don't want to use a whole lot, because then, yeah, it would be very salty. And then
so what is chicken bouquet? Is it like kind of like
it's
chicken
just a browning seasoning
of bouillon? No, that's different, right?
No, it's just I don't know what the hell that shit is, but my mom used to use it all the time, and it's to make the cream soup
just
brown.
Use it. Just use it. Yeah.
I mean, if you were to taste it, it kind of tastes like if you were like a salty broth kind of thing going on. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's really good. Too cheap to make brown gravies. Done it 1,000 times. Just don't use a lot. You don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. Mix that shit in there and no one will ever know. Or you can do it my way and do it from scratch. And it's whatever, how much time you have or how much confidence you have, it's all on you. I don't judge. I do things different every day. Alright, so my butter's melted. What's that doing? Oh,
Flour.
flour. I gotta get this shit off the spatula. Get this shit off the spatula. It's too crusty right now. I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna be able to use it. It's too crusty. God damn it. This is my favorite spatula. I'll get a different one.
Okay.
Alright.
That's probably
Small
our
half
toughest
quart.
one, yeah.
Okay, so I got, I don't know, this is a half cup thingy and it's not even full. You kind of want to keep your ratio of your butter and your flour the same. So therefore, if I used a half a stick of butter, and your butter always got the little measurements on the paper, which a half a stick is 4 tablespoons. So then use 4 tablespoons of flour. There you go. Just remember, if you use a whole stick, then use that much flour.
So, 1 tablespoon of flour per 1.
Yeah, it's equal amounts for butter and flour whenever you're trying to make a thickening gravy or some shit like that, or even if you're trying to do a roux, you want it to be even parts. But then you gotta let it cook a little bit. You don't want to throw it in there just like that and then start throwing your other stuff in there. You gotta cook that flour, because if you don't cook that flour, crazy as it sounds, you will taste it. You'd like, this tastes weird, like undercooked cake. So, I don't know. I don't know what it tastes like because I don't ever undercook it. But I know you can taste it if you don't cook the flour. That it doesn't. Plus, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Then there's a program here. So if you don't cook the flour, it's not going to thicken and work as a thickening agent like it's supposed to. So that's part of the program also. So that's getting cooking. I have to get my broth. Oh, I like these broths that there's no pouring in them. I hate those.
Oh, yeah. You end up spilling half of it.
So, it's all bubbling. It's cooking. You don't want to cook it too long, because then you'll burn your butter. So yeah, it's kind of a sensitive situation, but you don't want to go exactly right after the other. So now, since I got 2 pounds of meat, I want to make sure I have enough gravy. So I'm going to put a bunch of this shit in there. 2 more. Because we have noodles. Noodles will soak up gravy. Still might not be enough gravy, but it'll be enough. It's gonna be enough, damn it. Okay, so you got that in there. Let that simmer a little bit. Get it back up to par. So now we add the love. Just give me a minute. Because we're gonna add another dab. We'll do some ketchup. Whoa, what the fuck happened there? Did you see that? It like had an orgasm. Opened it up and just squirted everywhere.
Gravity, babe.
That might be enough ketchup.
With some air behind it.
Anyways, that's enough ketchup there, I would imagine. And then some of this. Oh. It's the Worcestershire sauce. You want some of that? Yeah, that looked like enough ketchup now that I can see it. You only want like a tablespoon or so, maybe 2. Just enough for a little flavor of tomato. It looks all chunky in there, but it'll break down as soon as this comes up to a simmer. And then you can add your seasonings, like your salt and pepper or whatever. Once this comes to a simmer, that's when I want to add I got onions, I got chopped up onions, and a little bit of garlic, fresh garlic, and my mushrooms. And I'll put that shit in there too. It looks like I'm putting a lot, but it really ain't a lot in there. You can let the people see. That ain't a lot. It's just a slow grinder. The hamsters are tired. We got seasoned salt.
Sea salt. Sea salt.
Yeah, that's what it was. Sea salt, not seasoning salt. A little bit of garlic powder. Some more of that Italian seasoning, wherever I put it. Oh, here it is. A little bit more of this. Because this has got all your shit in it. It's got your oregano, your basil, your thyme, your rosemary. It's a cheater. It didn't go into all those other bottles. See, now our goal is to get this to simmer, and it'll start thickening. Like I said, I'm about to put these fresh mushrooms in there. I got some white button mushrooms that are sliced. It might suck up some of this juice, so I might have to add more broth to it later. It depends on what you do. If you don't put mushrooms in it, you're definitely not going to have any loss of moisture, but mushrooms are sponges, man. So that's why I want to make sure this thickens first before I put the mushrooms in, before it takes up all the juice, and then we have glue.
Don't want gravy glue.
And then, you can always taste it too, and as it simmers and stuff, see if it's what you want. You can add a little bit more Worcestershire sauce. You can add some more Dijon mustard to this bullshit if you want. I don't know. Add whatever the hell you want to it. It's your gig. I'm just giving you an idea, a baseline. After that, it's all about you. You can make it like me, or make it your own. I take everybody's recipe and make it my own, so. I'm like, what'd you do? How'd you make that? And you're like, oh, I'll send you the recipe, and I'll eyeball it and go, okay. And I totally don't even cook it any way they made it. I don't even know why I asked for that recipe. Don't I do that, Sue?
Yes. Well, because you want to see, like, I think you already got it in your head what you want to do. You just want to compare it to somebody's.
I guess.
The dogs are outside. Do you want to keep them out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not raining.
No, I just thought we, forgot about them.
Alright. Starting to simmer. Yay! That's what we want. The ketchup is finally breaking down. It's gonna break down more as it simmers. Because once we get all this simmered, and I get my onions in there and my mushrooms, we're gonna put our Salisbury steaks back in
already
here.
Looking pretty thick.
It's getting there, yeah. Get our Salisbury steaks
Looks
in here.
good.
And then we'll put a lid on it and simmer it on low for about, I don't know, half an hour, 20 minutes. I mean, hamburgers are halfway cooked, so they ain't gonna take much longer. Kind of just want to make your onions and shit soft. So, until that shit's tender, that's how long you want to simmer it. You want to come and check on it. Don't forget about it. Come check on it, maybe flip your meat around, stir it a little bit so nothing sticks. But that's your gig. That's doing its thing. Okay, so now I can put this stuff in. So there's a whole onion and some chopped garlic. Pre-washed mushrooms, because it says they're right on the package, and I believe them. You gotta have mushrooms if you're making Salisbury steak. But I think I'm the only one that likes mushrooms, so maybe that's enough.
Well, it depends on how they're cooked. I mean, if they're mixed in something like this, maybe we can.
Yeah. I'm leaving them kind of big so Zach has the option to pick them out. Otherwise, I might have chopped them up. If I'm making it for Gaza, I chop them up really tiny and he don't even know they're in there and he eats them. But I wanted to taste mushroom.
I hope he doesn't watch this video.
No, I mean, he knows that's what I do, and he's like, as long as I ain't gotta, like,
I don't know about
bite
it.
into a giant mushroom or a giant onion, he goes, I'll eat it. I'm like, I know, he's my texture boy. He hates anything with texture. Alright, so...
Oh, yeah, but he made us eat tofu.
Yeah, that's some
I don't understand.
Shit.
Anyway.
Ever want to experience tofu again. That was gross. I will eat tree bark before I
He
eat
went
that
to college.
shit.
He went to college and hung out with his college friends, and he came home with a weird
Some
recipe
Asian
with tofu in it.
Tofu, some kind of crazy stir fry. The stir fry was amazing without the tofu.
Mm-hmm.
That slimy, nasty, no flavor tasting goo. Ugh. How do people eat that? People make tofu turkeys and shit. Ugh.
I have no idea.
Like I said, I'd rather eat tree bark.
Something with some crunch.
Oh, that was wrong. So many levels. Alright. Hers is simmering.
As someone once said, saving today is money tomorrow.
Turn it up a little bit more. I want to get good simmer going before I add my meat, because it's going to cool it back down. See, it's already thickening up.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be amazing. Bubble, bubble, do your thing. And then when you put the lid on and let that simmer and love each other in that pan for about a half an hour, then that's when you can kind of get your noodles going, because you know it takes about 20 minutes or so to get a big ass pot of water to start boiling. And then your noodles take about 10 minutes.
And you keep the noodles separate, right? Because if you mix them all in, they'll suck up all the juice.
Definitely separate. You just want to make your noodles like the package, and then drain them. You can douse them a little bit with a little bit of olive oil so they don't get all stuck together from the starch. It's not going to hurt your meal. You're not going to taste it. It might make the gravy not hold on. So if you really want the gravy to hold on to your noodles, then deal with the sticky noodles. Because if you rinse them, then they're going to get cold. So I don't know any trick to get the starch off. I heard a trick once and I forgot it, so I can't help you people. But if I find a trick again, I'm going to write it down and I can help you people. But I know that's my trick is the olive oil, but it does sometimes depending on what you're eating and if you want the gravy to stick. So just use a bit. And it shouldn't be so bad. If you use a lot, it'd be horrible. It smells good. Can you smell it? Nothing there. It's starting to happen.
I can smell onions real good right now, but I know it's all gonna mix together.
I think I need more of this. I just want more of this.
W Shire sauce?
Yeah. Because I'm not shy. Because it's supposed to have a tang to it. I just felt like it needed more of that. Yeah. See, I can even smell the difference already. Alright. Put our little burgers in there. Nestled in there. We want everybody up in there. Up in there. Covered. There. Ow. Why are you digging your fingers in there? It's hot. Oh, you put that thing in there. Now I can't put that in there.
I'll take care of it.
I hope it don't drip off the edge. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now it's doing its thing. You want to cover it? And turn it down to a simmer. Let it hang out for about 20 minutes. I'll set my timer because I forget about shit. 21 minutes. Okay, we'll try that. It might be ready, it might not. But like I said, at any size that you're going to be doing, now's a good time because this will be ready in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And it usually takes about that long to do any kind of sides. So you can do your sides. I'm about to turn this off. I'm going to make my noodles and my veggies. And when it's all done and set, I'll plate up a plate like I always do and let you see what it looks like when the finished product, okay? So, we'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Alright. So, I made this shit cook longer than 20 minutes because 20 minutes was stupid. It just didn't seem like it was done. So, I probably did it for like 35 minutes. Simmered. It's all done. It's chilling. Chilling like a villain.
Sure smells good, Dad.
And I took some frozen peas, hit it with some butter, right out of the bag, and with some salt and pepper and onion powder.
Lee, totally got me to eat peas. I hated peas. And when she makes peas, oh my god, I actually ask for them now.
Yeah. That's the shit.
I love peas.
So, I made my noodles, and I decided I didn't want plain-ass noodles.
Here they are.
I was telling you guys, use olive oil. Well, I don't want to.
She changed your mind.
Changed my mind. I
In
thought
that
about
little
it.
bit of time and
I
said,
had time
hey.
to think. So, I'm going to melt some butter in here. Well, I don't even have to melt it because I'm going to take these hot-ass noodles and put them back in there. Get in there. I just drained you. See, they're already sticking. You look like a brain.
Yep, they do that quickly.
Very quick. So, that's what we...
I'm watching you scrape more. And I say always soak your colander immediately so you don't have to deal with that crap.
Yeah.
Because I do the dishes, so yeah. That's a rule. Don't leave me notes. Only because my mom used to do this to me. She'd let that colander sit because she ate noodles like every day. And it would be hard as a rock, and I had to clean it.
Taking that butter and mixing these noodles in there, breaking them up, and it's separating them. Getting rid of that starch a little bit. Now that I got them all loosened up, We're gonna kick these bitches up a notch. We don't need to salt them because we had a lot of salt in the water. But I got some Parmesan cheese. Why not? I'm gonna throw some Parmesan cheese in there.
I love Parmesan cheese.
Some garlic powder. You know me. Gotta have some garlic powder.
I think your middle name is officially Garlic now.
It could be. And we're gonna mix that in there. Now, even if you got leftover noodles, you got leftover badass noodles.
So if you run out of meat and gravy and you have noodles left,
Yeah.
you have awesome noodles to munch on.
You need
If you have any left.
I need some pepper. Just because I feel like they need pepper. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Alright, so there's your noodles. They are good to go. They won't stick as bad now. At least they might stick as the butter cools down, but when you heat them up, they'll be loose again because it's butter.
Okay.
Alright, so now I need a plate. I'm gonna make that meathead in there a plate.
Okay. Look.
What? Oh, we still got a lot of battery.
Okay, I'm just showing
All
you.
I'm doing is making a plate and then we're done anyway. Alright, so what would be our best bet to get this shit out of here? We need something to scoop the yummy goodness out.
This is clean now.
Yeah, but I want to scoop that juice out of there too.
Okay.
Alright, so what you do is put some noodles on a plate. My big fat meathead in there, my son, he's gonna want a lot. So I'll have to make him a healthy plate. And then you take a pat. Oops. Here. A patty. Almost flew that right at you. Did you see that?
I did. I was scared.
I was scared too. And then I need this to get the yummy goodness of the gravies.
With the
Damn it.
onions and the garlic.
And my spatula all up in the mix. How come this... What is going on here? Let's just make a bigger mess, Lee. Why not? Sue does dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That looks like enough gravy. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
That's amazing. You got barely enough room on that plate for some peas.
Oh yeah, there's
But-
plenty of room. Just throw that shit right there. Ta-da! Just got some peas. Set that shit there for a minute. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for.
Oh jeez.
And then you can take a little bit of this, the rest of this Parmesan, sprinkle that on there. Then you take some of this.
You always gotta put the pretty stuff on top.
Once I open it,
And yeah, guess what? What she's opening?
the nectar of the gods. Oops. A little roasted garlic shit.
Oh damn.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Dinner is served. I don't have anything to sprinkle on it. All my leafy shit is gone. So there you have it.
Hey, sprinkling Parmesan is totally fine.
I need to see what this shit tastes like. Sorry, Zach. Wow, it's very soft.
That's good.
Very close to my meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. Anybody that had my meatballs will know what I'm talking about. It's good shit. I'm about to surprise my son with this dish because he's doing schoolwork. He don't even know I was doing all this. So there you have it. There's my Salisbury steak recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, it's a pretty simple meal. It's a cheap meal, but it looks like you did some shit. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I don't get on as often as I should. I have a really hard time with that. Sometimes I just run in here and just throw shit together and I'm like, ah, damn, that would have been a good video. And it's too late.
I'll keep on her.
Yeah, she's gotta stay on my ass because I don't think about it. I'm just doing what I do. So, love you guys. Share, subscribe, and share again. See you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.